Welcome to the topic Values, Definition and Influence of National Culture on Values. At the end of this video, you will be able to define values and explain how national culture impacts values. We often use certain terms in our social life such as relationships, trust, faith, compassion, and sharing. Similarly, we use certain terms in our professional life such as efficiency, productivity, fairness, flexibility, achievement, loyalty, and order. These terms represent our values. Each individual believes in certain values. Most of our decisions are based on some core values we possess. Similarly, every organization has its own set of organizational values. The organizational decisions and actions are in accordance with these values. An organization's values affect its employees and consequently the task outcomes. For example, the value of the organization can be profit-making and that of the employee can be delivering quality. The outcome of this difference will be a compromise. Thus, for smooth functioning of an organization, there should be congruence between individual and organizational values. Let us learn more about the definition, concept, and classification of values. Definition. According to Henderson and Thompson, values are the sum of our preferences and priorities. Preferences are what we prefer in our life, and priorities represent the significance of preferences with respect to each other. For example, some organizations may prefer to conduct businesses based on values such as profitability, growth, quality, efficiency, and innovation. A value is a fundamental understanding that guides an individual to differentiate between correct and incorrect actions. Some values may vary with time, such as power, wealth, and some, like honesty, remain invariable across nations and culture. Such values are termed as important and enduring beliefs. Influence of national culture on values. The culture of a nation impacts its values. Geert Hofstede, an eminent researcher in culture, identified certain types of national culture. These are explained in the cultural dimension theory as follows. Power distance. This refers to the extent to which a society accepts unequal distribution of power in families, institutions, and organizations. People high in power distance have values like obedience, respect, loyalty as essential values. People low in power distance do not have these as essential values. Such inequality in power distance can be observed in the relationships across hierarchies in an organization. Uncertainty avoidance. This indicates the tolerance for ambiguity. Organizations having values such as risk-taking and innovation are more tolerant of ambiguity. Individualism versus collectivism. Individualism is an extent to which individuals consider themselves as distinct entities rather than being part of a cohesive group. Collectivism gives importance to social bonds. Individualistic people would have individual achievement and ambition as their strong values. Masculinity versus femininity. This factor refers to the extent to which a value is dominant in society. Work ethics, often expressed in terms of money, achievement, and recognition, are masculine social values, whereas concern for people and quality of life are feminine social values. Cultures high in masculinity have values such as ambition, achievement, competitiveness, and empowerment. Cultures high on femininity have values such as cooperation, collaboration, and collective decision. Long-term and short-term results. Depending upon values like patience and delaying of gratification, certain cultures respect immediate results, while other cultures favor long-term outcomes. Classification of values. In the Roich Value Survey (RVS), Roich proposed two sets of values. Terminal values. These are the goals for a lifetime. For example, equality, freedom, inner harmony, mature love, national security, and so on. Instrumental values. These are the preferable modes of behavior and means of achieving the terminal values. For example, ambition, broad-mindedness, forgiving, helpful, and so on. Values can also be classified as in use. Values define socially acceptable conduct. Therefore, social sanction makes individuals to adjust their values. This is called values in use. Espoused values. Espoused values are those which organizations are committed to and contribute towards its code of conduct. Organizations can induce espoused values in the employees to make them move towards the organizational goals. Key points discussed in this video are: values are the sum of our preferences and priorities. Types of national cultures affecting values are power distance, uncertainty avoidance, individualism, masculinity, long-term and short-term. Values may be terminal or instrumental. Terminal values refer to desirable end state of existence, and instrumental values refer to preferable modes of behavior.